Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. My name is Bork. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Princess Gala with Christina that's going to be appearing, not to mention Ruka's banner and then the CBs. So let's go ahead and jump right into this information. If you want to find it, you can go here on Twitter. Feel free to follow me. But on Twitter, I'm a little bit different, just so you guys know. And let's go ahead and jump into the patch notes right here. Now, some of you might be wondering, is Christina going to be a must pull? And what does Princess Gala entail? Princess Gala entails that there's going to be double rates for 3-star characters, very similar to the summer event where we had like double rates for Summer Tamaki. Now we're gonna have it with a normal banner, and that's gonna be even crazier because you can pull even more characters, because you're gonna have like all of the 3 stars plus Christina, who's going to be rate up. Now some of you are wondering, am I gonna be pulling? Right now I have a poll up on the YouTubes where it's like you can vote whether I should pull or not, and just know there's a high chance I'm probably going to pull, unless you guys don't want me to. That'd be really cool if you guys did that, but up to you. Also, I have a little comment right here in case you guys are wondering why I was gone. Some family stuff, we'll talk about it a little bit later. But when it comes to Christina, she is going to be an absolutely monstrous unit. Her UB is going to give her the ability to always land a crit, always hit, and not to mention she's going to be invincible for a limited time during her UB. And then her skill 1 is going to increase her attack and not to mention give her some TP. And then with her skill 2, it's going to be a defense break. Honestly, with all of these different things combined for Christina, it makes it really unjustifiable not to pull for her. Like, she's going to be really great, right? But at the end of the day, she's not going to be like a must-have unit because she's going to be constantly rotating in between the different Princess Galas. Not to mention New Year's Yui, which is going to appear in a couple of months, is also going to feature Christina, and you might even be able to get a free copy of Christina or New Year's Yui. So it's up to you and how much you want to pull for. This isn't the time to be like, oh, I need to like start swiping and pull for Christina. At the end of the day, it's up to you. Anyone who's like a CB like maniac, you need Christina, to be honest. Like, if you want to be in like the top 50 clans, like Christina is kind of like a must-have, and you probably have to pull for her for those people. But we'll do a deep dive in another video. Now, when it comes to Ruka, she is going to be, I guess, your budget June in some ways. She's not exactly like June. Just note her rating is A rank, but that's because of the longevity of the game, right? But when it comes to her, she is also going to have a defense break on her UB. She's going to have her provoke on her skill 1, and then she can do a physical defense break on her UE when she gets it later on, but it's going to be a long time before she gets that. And then on her skill 2, she's going to have an increase for her physical defense, restore some of her HP. But she's not exactly a must pull, but for folks who don't have June, I guess this is somewhat of a budget June, because, you know, phase 3 is going to be appearing for clan battles, so you might want her for certain situations. She's not going to be like a must have for most folks, but I can see her being like, hey, you know, it would be nice to have in case you need it for certain CB situations, or situations where you need a tank who can, you know, sort of defense break when you don't have June. Now, when it comes to the other stuff, the Twilight Breakers is going to be appearing as well. This is going to be a nice event because we're going to be getting player EXP 1.5, so that means any newer players who come and join the game will be easily able to get player levels. And honestly, this is the best time to sort of jump into the game, since we're going to have the Princess Gala, otherwise known as Pre-Fest, with double 3-star rates. We're going to have Ruka, who's going to be decent appearing, sort of like your budget June, and we already know how June is crazy important, but just note that Ruka isn't as great as June, and she is not as like long-standing as June, but she's going to be pretty great in those aspects. And couple that with the player EXP 1.5, it's just going to be really great. Not to mention, we're going to get memory shards for Mitsuki, and Mitsuki's great for clan battle, not to mention arena. And then we're going to get Anna, who's going to be good for arena. So all of these different things like put together, it really makes it like the best time to just sort of try Princess Connect. Like, it's going to keep getting better and better, and for anyone who's like sort of played Princess Connect since the beginning, you guys are in for a treat because it's just going to be amazing. Dungeon mana ×2, not to mention Grotto quest ×2. Just note that we are going to be getting hard quest drop ×2 before the dungeon mana stuff, and that's not going to be happening until 10/26 for the dungeon mana. And here going to be, you know, I guess a roundup for all the different events, but we already talked about the roundups. Just amazing time to essentially start the world of Princess Connect, and good luck for anyone trying to pull for Christina. And hopefully these polls say, no, I don't have to pull, but I'll do what you guys want me to do at the end of the day. All right, so in case you guys were wondering about like the clan battles and stuff, I do have a post right here. Thank you to u/fitnail. This is going to be on Reddit, and this is going to be talking about CB9 against Sagittarius. Now, overlooking like the sheets and stuff for this boss, it's going to be kind of interesting because we do have the implementation of lap 3. I'm not sure if these like teams are going to be auto or manual, but essentially, you know, this person, I think it was like u/Violet something, right? Violet for you. Thank you for making this information right here. Not to mention there's going to be some JP teams in case folks are curious, but honestly, Wyvern and the chicken, they're not really that crazy. Bugs Bunny, he's going to be a little bit annoying. I guess you could run some like magical teams, and then after that on lap 3 you could run like an Arisa team or an Archer team of some sort. And then for Deer, this guy's an actual pain because he's the one that you're going to want to use Halloween Miyako for. And just note, there's a 4-star version of Halloween Miyako, and then there's a 5-star team, and I guess the caps are 750 to 900k. Like, oh my goodness, like that is not going to be fun damage for most folks. And then as far as Sagittarius himself goes, you know, the little centaur dude, you're gonna want to use magical teams obviously all the way up to lap 3, even in enrage modes. I guess lap 3 is going to be like absolutely insane, at least for the Deer boss, but not really for Sagittarius, because it looks like as we jump through the bosses, yes, we're dealing less damage, but it's not as crazy as the Deer boss. I'm really curious how this goes because the Deer boss usually is not an issue, but I'm guessing this time on lap 3 he's gonna be absolutely nuts. And just note, here's going to be an auto team by Board King 8974, so Fua, thank you so much. When it comes to this, there's gonna be like the tier 1 teams or lap 1 teams, tier 2 teams, which is lap 2, and then tier 3 teams, which is lap 3, or I guess lap 6 plus, my bad. So when I was talking about like these different laps, I guess it was actually going to be lap 6 plus. You do your rotations, and this is going to be lap 2 plus. So you stick around in like, I guess tier 2 for 4 laps, and then eventually you get to tier 3. I'm learning stuff, all right, guys? I've never been in like a sort of, you know, tier 3 sort of situation. But when it comes to this, looking over the different like sort of characters that are going to be appearing, I feel like these teams are a slightly bit more generic because these ones you sort of see very commonly, and then, you know, you have like your magic teams for the Sagittarius boss and whatnot. When it comes down to this, tier 3 is going to be the part that I feel like are going to be rougher waters. And just note that Christina and Ruka aren't here because there aren't going to be pullable units before the Sagittarius CB, which is going to be, you know, in a couple of days, and that's why we're talking about this. We'll do a deep dive on like which CB like things you should be doing as we get to the actual boss, but for now I just wanted to provide a brief overview in case folks were looking for some documentation. And this is all going to be, of course, available on the sheets during like the CB4 stuff, right? In case you guys are sort of looking for it. That's all the information that I wanted to state right there. Let's go ahead and jump into arena. Am I going to want to pull for Christina? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't want to because I know she's a permanent unit and she's just going to be appearing very, very frequently. And it's going to get to a point that it's going to get a little bit annoying. But for now, I'll live to the hype and do what you guys want me to do because I'm more than happy to show you guys whatever my summons is, whether it's going to be terrible or good. I don't really know. My pre-fest sort of luck in JP was not the greatest, I have to say. I had to pity for characters, but then again, you know, the amount of characters in JP was ridiculous. I guess if you want Christina right now, it'll be so easy to pull for her because we don't have that many characters, so the pool isn't as diluted. But in JP, it was absolutely terrible. Like, oh my goodness, I don't recommend summoning on pre-fest sometimes because you would get like so many random like 3-star characters. It was ridiculous. In case you guys were wondering like what's going on with me, why I haven't been uploading, I've just been really busy with like my family. There's been some stuff going on at home. I had to like drive down there, couldn't sleep until like 6 in the morning the other day. It was crazy. So a lot of sleepless nights and just really long. Not to mention I'm almost done with school, like 2 classes away at least for my associates. So I kind of just want to knock that out. And not to mention my job, they want me to do something else. So I'm trying to transition into that. And then I'm also moving. So that's going to be in December. So like my schedule is going to get even rougher. And then also I have my other channel in case you guys ever want to check it out. And you know, you don't have to. I'm just letting you guys know because I'm trying to maintain all of these things and make sure that like it gets done appropriately at the end of the day. Like I don't want anything to look too terribly. Like I know I don't upload too frequently now because of all these different things. I hope you guys understand, but I'm still happy to like sort of play like Princess Connect individually. When it comes to other gacha games, I am sort of burning out. It's really difficult for me to play others because I really want to be thoughtful when I make videos. When it comes to Princess Connect, it's sort of natural whenever I, you know, want to talk about anything, whether it's like, you know, clan battle or the different bosses or different characters. I've been doing it so long, it's much easier. But when it comes to different gacha games, I want to provide like proper opinions on everything, you know, outside of like sponsored stuff, which I know you guys sometimes don't like, but it puts bread on the table and it's really nice when I can have some food, if you know what I mean. When it comes to this, I'm so happy to just cover more Princess Connect content. Just don't expect like too much frequent stuff unless we get updates updates like this. Like, I'm more than happy to show off the fact that Christina is coming, clan battle is going to be here, we're gonna have like teams available. And thank you to all the people who like make it possible for me to make videos, because the greater community that provides like the sheets, like Miss Nyara, you know, all the people who make like the teams and whatnot for CB, you guys are absolutely amazing. And I'm just, you know, a voice for the community. At the end of the day, I'm just a voice for everyone else, and I hope that is cool enough for everyone. And I'm so happy that we get to just revel in the Pre-Fest or Princess Connect community. And I can't wait also for season 2 of Princess Connect to also release, because that should bring some hype to the game, because I'm just so ready for like to watch the anime in tangent while actually playing the gacha. Also, will we actually be able to beat this team right here? That would be super cool. Got 1 minute left on the clock. We take everyone out. Can we get the Monica down? Yes, we do. Heck yeah. This is a great way to start out my comeback video, because it's been a while. Like, I miss you guys. I want to do a stream very soon. Just trying to sort of take care of myself over the coming days before like I jump back on and go full force again. But just note that my streaming schedule, or just like my upload schedule, is going to be messed up, at least for the next 2 months. And then hopefully after that, like during post the holidays, we should be good. But I know a lot of people, you know, have a lot of free time during the holidays, so we'll try to do some uploads and we'll do what we can. And at the end of October, I'm going to be gone as well, so it might be hard for me to do some uploads. I just want to get like that personal stuff out of the way, in case you guys are wondering, like, Bork, you haven't uploaded in 4 days. Yeah, it's been a little bit busy, and I hope I can upload more. Hopefully there's more content coming as well, because I just love covering this stuff. Some gacha fatigue is settling in. We'll see how it goes at the end of the day. Anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 27,500 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Good luck on the Christina summons or the Ruka summons, deep dives later on, and good luck in the CBs, you know, full dive on that later on as well.